For this lecture, let's create a new composition. Let's leave it at 1080p, and let's select a background color. That way we won't have to create a layer to serve as a background. Right, so I'm gonna show you how to use a pen tool. A pen tool is something that you might have used before if you have Photoshop or Illustrator. Select a pen tool right here at the top and just start creating. So if you want to make the screen bigger, you can drag around your timeline and zoom in to your canvas. Okay, let's start drawing. I'll have to be honest, it's not something that is easy to get if you're a beginner, because it took me a good few hours, maybe a day, to get how the pen tool works. And I was learning how to use a pen tool in Illustrator. It's pretty much the same thing, but it did take me a while to understand how it works when I first started using pen tool in Illustrator. I watched tutorials, I didn't understand it until I actually got it myself. So what I did is I sat down and experimented until I got the gist of it. And I think it's better that way because you get used to using it, you feel more comfortable, and the workflow goes way faster. So let's say you created something, a shape, a character, doesn't matter. What do you do next? The first thing you can do is you can animate the position, the size of it. That's probably the most basic thing you can do. So we did that before with the text. You can do the same thing with shapes. Okay, so it moves, but it's not very impressive because it's not even walking, it's just sliding in. We can do better than that. Oh, by the way, also, if you want to create more than just a shape, if you want to actually create eyes and maybe a pattern inside the character or shape you're creating, as you can see, no new layers are created. That's because you created a path inside that layer, and you can change the color of that path so it's different. So what I'm doing here is I'm drawing eyes just so it looks more alive. Okay, so I created the eyes. As I said before, you can always go back and fix something if you're not happy. Like for example, the mouth here, I wasn't happy, so I made it more clearer, let's make the neck fatter. Okay, deselect it, looks good for an example. But what if you want to change the color of your shape? So what you will need to do is you need to open up your layer. So click it here, click on contents, then select one of the shapes that is responsible for the body. Click here to change the color. Let's select the color, let's say green, because dinosaurs are green usually. Okay, so we successfully changed the color and the eyes stayed the same, but you can change those as well by selecting the shape. So that is how you create a character. You don't need Illustrator or Photoshop to create your own character. You can do it in After Effects, and it will actually be easier to animate it.